Whispers echo through the wind. The valley breathes when no one is watching. Cars roll uphill with engines dead. Compasses spin like frightened birds. Voices speak from stone in tongues older than time. This is not fiction. This is not myth. This is Wadi Al-Jinn, where science kneels, and the unseen rises. Deep in the scorched heart of Saudi Arabia, beyond the reach of tourist maps. In government surveys lies a valley that refuses to be tamed by logic, by physics, or by human arrogance. For over 14 centuries, it has whispered warnings into the ears of prophets, scholars, Bedouin elders, and now modern scientists who pack up their instruments trembling, never speaking publicly again. They call it Wadi Al-Jinn, the Valley of the Jinn. Not because it sounds exotic, not because it sells tickets, because generation after generation, father to son, scholar to student, witness to survivor, they all say the same thing. Something lives here that was never meant to be seen, but watches us anyway. Imagine this. You're driving through the desert, sun sinking behind jagged cliffs, engine humming softly. You stop to admire the silence. You turn off the ignition, put the car in neutral, and then without slope, without wind, without explanation, your vehicle begins to move forward, faster, uphill, against gravity's iron law. Tourists film it. Locals demonstrate it. Scientists measure it. Yet no equation, no magnetic anomaly, no optical illusion can explain why a 2-ton machine obeys laws that don't exist. Unless you believe what the Quran declared over 1,400 years ago, that another world walks beside ours. A world of smokeless fire, of free will, of ancient whispers and hidden counsels. A world called Al-Ghaib the Unseen. The phenomena here aren't random. They're rhythmic, intelligent, almost responsive. GPS units flicker, placing travelers hundreds of miles away in oceans, in mountains, in empty deserts that don't exist. Radios crackle with voices chanting verses no living human remembers. Cameras shut down precisely when shadowy figures glide between rocks, figures that vanish if you blink, let alone raise a lens. In 2015, Dr. Ahmed Al-Rashid brought thermal sensors, electromagnetic readers, and quantum-grade calibration tools into the valley. What he found chilled his team more than the sudden 15-degree drops that moved like living things across the sand. Magnetic pulses beating like a heart. Frequencies matching human brainwaves during prayer, trance, revelation, as if the valley itself were breathing, thinking, listening. And worst of all, the cold spots followed paths known only to Bedouin guides. Paths they swear are the highways of the Jinn. But this isn't just about broken gadgets or rolling cars. It's about the feeling that settles in your chest when twilight falls that you are being watched. Not by animals. Not by bandits. By something older. Something that knows your name before you speak it. Visitors report hearing their names called from empty dunes. Seeing silhouettes standing perfectly still on cliff edges vanishing the moment you turn fully toward them. One French geologist fluent in Arabic swore he heard a voice behind him whisper Surah Al-Jinn verse 1 as he set up camp say, "It has been revealed to me that a group of the Jinn listened." He turned. Nothing there. Only wind. Only stone. Only dread. And then caves. Scattered like wounds across the valley's rocky spine, these caverns are forbidden after Maghrib prayer. The Bedouin don't say why. They don't need to. Everyone knows. These are not shelters, not tombs, not natural formations. These are Majlis gathering halls where the Jinn convene, where they debate, where they worship, where they remember. In 1998, a geological team ignored the warnings. They entered Cave 7, the largest, deepest, most acoustically perfect chamber in the valley. Inside, they found walls carved with Arabic script letters, taller than men, strokes too precise for chisel or time. Their flashlights dimmed. Their hammers burned. Their recorders captured voices responding, commenting, arguing in classical Arabic dialects lost to history. One voice said calmly, "They do not belong here. But knowledge must be honored." Another replied, "Their machines defile the sanctity. Yet perhaps mercy is due." When linguists later analyzed the tapes, they wept. The grammar, the references, the theological depth. These weren't echoes. These were scholars unseen, eternal, debating whether humans deserve to survive their own curiosity. If you've ever felt the weight of the unseen, if you've ever wondered whether the world holds more than meets the eye, then you're not alone. Thousands walk away from Wadi Al-Jinn changed, humbled, haunted. If this story grips your soul, if you feel the veil thinning even now as you listen, then join us. Subscribe. Walk with us deeper into the shadows where history, faith, and mystery collide. Because what you've heard so far is only the beginning.
Night falls, heavier in Wadi Al-Jinn, not just darker, denser, as if the air itself thickens with presence. During Ramadan, witnesses describe lights, not stars, not drones, but orbs, gliding in procession toward the cave mouths, pulsing in rhythm with Quranic recitation. Some say they hear entire congregations praying inside those caverns, voices layered, harmonized, ancient reciting verses with precision no human choir could replicate. Linguists confirm the dialects match early Hijazi pronunciation, frozen in time since the days of the Prophet Muhammad himself. As if the jinn never left. As if they've been here, waiting, remembering, guarding. One businessman stranded during a sandstorm in 2012 swears a voice guided him clear, calm, compassionate to an oasis that shouldn't exist. No aquifer below, no vegetation possible, yet there it was, water, shade, life. Rescue teams found it days later, confirmed its impossibility, and quietly closed the case. Divine intervention, they wrote. But privately, they whispered another word, jinn. Islamic scholars don't flinch at these stories. They nod. They quote Surah Ar-Rahman. We created man and jinn from smokeless fire. They remind us the jinn have cities, markets, scholars, mosques. Some believe, some rebel, just like us. And in Wadi Al-Jinn, many believe deeply, devoutly. That's why the phenomena intensified during sacred months, Rajab, Shaban, Ramadan, Laylat al-Qadr, because when humans pray, the believing jinn pray harder. Their spiritual energy, raw, radiant, otherworldly, bleeds into our dimension, warps physics, bends perception, moves metal, breaks machines. Not out of malice, out of presence. Like thunder following lightning, the effect is inevitable when such power gathers. But beware, evil walks here too. Those who enter seeking spectacle, chasing ghosts with GoPros and MF meters often leave broken, lost, haunted. Their GPS fails mid-valley, their cars stall in lethal heat. Some return mute, others never return at all. The Prophet warned us, do not seek out the jinn, not because they don't exist, but because we cannot tell friend from foe. The shayateen, the rebellious ones, wear beautiful masks. They offer secrets, power, visions, all to lead hearts away from Allah. Sorcerers have come to these caves, hoping to bind jinn to their will. None succeeded. Many vanished. Those who returned, hollow-eyed, whispering of promises broken and debts unpaid, in currencies no bank accepts. Dr. Sarah Al-Manshuri, leading geophysical studies with reverence, insists this valley demands humility. Her team prays 5 times a day, seeks permission from tribal elders, avoids caves after sunset. Still, their data defies materialism. Mineral deposits, yes. Magnetite. Abundant, but anomalies cluster where rock composition is ordinary, where nothing should happen. Everything does. She admits, we are measuring footprints, while the giants walk just beyond sight. And now the deepest caves, the ones even scientists fear. Thermal cameras show heat signatures moving in ritual patterns. Audio recorders capture full recitations of Jews' Oma flawless, synchronized, echoing off walls, shaped deliberately acoustically engineered to amplify divine words. Oxygen levels shift as if crowds breathe within, though no lungs are seen, no bodies detected, just presence, sacred, sovereign, silent. Is it wrong to watch, to record, to study? Sheikh Abdullah Al-Ghamdi warns, would you spy on a mosque, on worshippers deep in sujud, then why surveil the jinn in theirs? Respect, he says, is the boundary. Curiosity without reverence is trespass. Knowledge without humility is arrogance, and arrogance, in this valley, is paid for in terror. Tourists now flood the edges of Wadi Al-Jinn, selfie sticks raised. Drones buzzing, laughing as cars roll, mysteriously treating the valley like a theme park haunted house. They don't know, they don't feel it yet, the gaze from the cliffs, the hush that falls when laughter grows too loud, the way the wind stops. Just before something answers, local authorities enforce curfews, hire licensed guides, ban flash photography near caves. But rules can't contain what walks here, what waits, what remembers. For those who come with open hearts, with whispered "A'udhu billahi minash shaitan" near Rajim on their lips, the valley offers awe, not fear, wonder, not horror, signs, not spectacles, signs of a creator whose design includes realms we were never meant to master, only marvel at it. So I ask you now, as the last light fades over Wadi Al-Jinn, as the first whispers rise from Cave 13, what would you do? Stand at the threshold, recite Surah Al-Baqarah, or step inside, the jinn still gather, the stones still listen, and the valley is waiting? What would you say if you heard your name called from inside the dark? Leave your answer below if you dare.